Hello everyone, LRon here with part 25 of my Minecraft 123. So we're going to climb the ladder and seal off that area because we can gain access to it from the bottom of the ladder. We don't need to do it from here, so might as well keep the integrity of the ladder. Because eventually we'll place a proper door at the bottom of the ladder and a trap door at the top of this. And then we get even more ambitious later on and make a doorway from the base of the hill, carve our way straight over to the ladder, and bypass the entire top of the hill. But we are not at that point just yet. So we're hearing a lot of splashing and whatnot. So there must be some water really close to us, and something in there trying to go against the flow of that water. We also hear spiders, so perhaps spiders are involved in that as well. But we just want to get out of here, so we're not going to be investigating anytime soon. And so we're just going to keep at this, mining straight up, getting scolded by people that think they know what they're doing, and not caring, because we are saving time. And saving time is, in the end, worth more than being safe. Then I noticed that there's iron there, so I gotta go and pick up that iron, because we need iron. We've lost a bunch of iron, and we need to make up for that lost ground. So we're gonna just pick up this iron here, and make sure that everything's good, and it looks like we're fine, so I guess I decided to close it off for whatever reason. That torch should have been enough light to make it not be a problem, but every now and then I will let my paranoia have some fun and be overly cautious. Which probably averages up pretty good in the end, because I do end up being overly careless in certain circumstances, as you've seen before. So having the ability to balance that out and make it seem reasonable when you take all things considered seems like a good way to go. But we're out of torches right now, so I'm going to need to make myself some torches soon. Looks like I'm going to do that now. So eventually, things will get, to the point where I'll be able to run things at, like, 4 screens simultaneously and have things be sped up more consistently and whatnot. And eventually, also, there will come a point in time when I won't necessarily need to play by play explain everything that I'm doing and describe what's going on, because it's all going to be kind of just second nature for all parties involved. And when that time comes, I'll probably end up using Minecraft as more of like a excuse to podcast. That basically is what happened with my Total Terraria World Annihilation. Although with Total Terraria World Annihilation, everything I was doing was kind of numbingly boring to begin with. The novelty of it ended really quickly, and it mainly became more so just a matter of wanting to complete the project I set out to do, pretty much no matter what the cost. And I think I did lose at least one subscriber due to that, and I apologize for that. But in any case, it provided me with the capacity to basically discuss games that I'm not YouTubing and giving input on that kind of stuff. So I talked about my experiences in Demon Souls and Dark Souls, and various other games that I happened to be playing at the time. And it was kind of nice. Um, yeah, at some point I can go back and watch all these things, and basically, it's almost like a uh, public journal. Um, I can go back and listen to stuff and figure out, where my mindset was and that kind of stuff. Um, so, probably has good therapeutic properties, as I've mentioned before in both this project and in other projects. I am schizophrenic, and so, my level of ums and pauses and whatnot and hesitations can all be um, quantitatively analyzed over the course of the years, and it could probably, if I play my cards right, help me determine the rate of progression for my dementia. And not that there's much that will actually accomplish, given the fact that I'm not really doing anything to try to fight it at this point. Alzheimer's dementia has good ways to fight it, but schizophrenic dementia, not really. And, you know, why bother? Kind of took another approach to dealing with my psychotic dementia. Um, basically, uh, don't do any diet or exercise, just eat what I want and be as unphysical as I want, and essentially hope that my body breaks down before my brain breaks down beyond usability. Because, frankly, I'd prefer to have a heart attack than get to one of those states where I need a constant caregiver and I can't think for myself or anything. I'm just sitting in a chair as a vegetable. That does not sound like fun at all. But that is pretty much the direction I am heading in the next 5 to 7 years. And so I'm hoping that I can eat enough desserts and junk food to not have to get to that point in my life. I can hopefully bypass the really bad part of dementia. Yeah. But anywho, we've gone off onto some pretty dark tangents here. So let's try to cheer this up. On the bright side, we have just reached the surface. I actually wasn't expecting to reach the surface at just that moment, and it looks like we just missed the sunset. So I was thinking that we were going to be dangerously close to reaching the surface because we've been seeing all this dirt, and dirt is kind of a good indication of surface level. And so now that we've placed that trapdoor, we can take that little piece of coal. And now I'm going to charge myself with the task of figuring out where the hell in the universe am I. First, of course, we gotta light this place up, make it easy to see in the future, easy to find, and hopefully have no baddies spawn immediately next to the trapdoor. So now let's get to a high vantage point, see if we can see any landmarks that we're familiar with. Maybe all the torches for the primary base of operations. So looking around, trying to see if that was maybe my my pig pen or something, but no, I think that ended up being like where I found chickens at one time. I ended up killing them for their breasts instead of starting up a farm for them, which means that we're dangerously close. If that's the case, but we'll find out in the next video. I will see you there.